Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video I will show you how to use the QSlider control in our Qt widget application. So generally slider control is used to whenever you want to set the value from this specific range. Okay, so this kind of control mostly seen in the whenever you want to change the any music volume. Okay, this simple and basic example. There is a music volume. So this is a slider control. So there is a two type of slider, horizontal slider and vertical slider. Okay, but both slider base class is a QSlider. Okay, so you can change the specific slider direction or orientation just here. So this is the vertical slider which I select, and there is a orientation is vertical, so you can easily change as a horizontal. Okay, and set the width and height according that. Okay, and also you can change to horizontal to vertical. Okay, so this is how we can change the slider orientation. Okay, so the common property for the both slider is the same. So just simply let's see the horizontal slider. Okay, so let's understand its basics property. Okay, so there is the properties, the font family is basic, and geometry properties are the default properties for all the control, and this is a Q abstract slider. So here we have to set the specific range, minimum value, maximum value, single step and page step, and default value. Okay, and this is a slider position, orientation which I already show you for vertical to horizontal and horizontal to vertical, whatever you want to define, and there is a ticks. Okay, so you want to set the ticks above, so you can see this is a ticks for your of their values. Okay, so you can see the gap and tick interval. Okay, so this is a tick left, tick below, whenever you want to set the specific direction. Okay, so this is how we can set the tick, both side ticks. Okay, and this is a ticks interval, how much you want to set your gap between one single tick to next tick. Okay, so currently minimum value is a 0 and maximum value is 99, so let's set it as a 200. So you can see the ticks value are automatically adjusted. Okay, as a tick interval. If you want to set a 0, so you can see that 200 ticks are displayed here. Okay, there is one more property, is a single steps and page step value. So what is the single step value and what is the page step value? So whenever you click on this slider, and that time page step value is a value which is the increase frequently whenever you click on this slider, and single step value whenever you want to move this slider, so single step value is increase, and there is a page step which is clicked on the slider and the value according move as a 10. This is the incremental value. This is the default value. You can also set here, so you can see the slider position is also changed, and here the slider position is also set. So this is a slider position and value you can set according to that. Okay, so this is the default value. So let's run this application and change this both, check this both properties, single step, pages. Let's set the page step as a 20, and now let's run this application and check. So whenever I click on the specific when I click on this slider, you can see that 20 ticks are moved or value set as a 20 now. So you can see this is how we can increase the value, and this is the single step value as a 2. Okay, so now let's print this value according slider value. So simply go to slot, and there is a value change, slider move, and value change. Okay, so whenever you want to get the specific slider value, use the value change event. Okay, so now let's print this value here. First of all, we have to include QSlider, Qt code. Okay, now let's print the value. Now let's run this application. Wait for the build. Can show no declare. So right now the signal was not created here. So just simply let's check. Just simply declare private slots. Okay. Now let's run this application. So you can see the slider value is printed here, set as a 0, and now just simply click on this slider. So you can see the current value is 0, and now we click on the slider, that the value shown as a 20. You can see the increased value on the 20, and this is how we change the slider value and print the value again. Okay, so you can see this is a step value which is incrementally, and this is a increment of 20 value. Okay, so this is how we can get the value of slider. Also you can set the value and get the value by use of, let's print add one button to get the slider value. So just simply click on the button. On that button we get set the value, and one more button at the get the value. Okay, so on set button we will set the value of our slider. Set value as a 150, and on get button get the value and print the value of slider by use of value function. Now let's run this application and get the values. So you can see here the compile output, and this is the application output. Wait for the build. And now let's set the values at 150. So you can see the value change or event automatically called and print here the value is 150. Now get the change the value, clear this log and get the value. So you can see the current value is 103, and this is our current value is 126. Okay, so how you get the set and get the value. And there is a one more functional important function is the set range. Okay, so you can set the specific range of your slider value. So currently we set here 0, and there is a we set here 200. So let's change set the range. So just simply copy this line, and on the constructor we set the range, set range. So here you have to define the minimum value. So let's set the minimum is a 0 and set minimum is a 1000. Okay, now let's run this application. Wait for the build. So you can see this is the tick interval, you can see, and this is you can see how, and we get the on every tick, click on the V20 values automatically increased, and we will get the or set the value by the set and get function. Okay, so this is how we can use this QSlider control in our Qt widget application, and also you can change the orientation of your slider by use of orientation method, orientation property. Okay, so this is how we can use the QSlider control in our Qt widget application, how to control our slider control. So please drop your comment if you have any questions regarding QSlider control, and please like this video and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of new video. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you.